couple of weeks ago, I uploaded on YouTube a short screen grab of me playing inside a Gaussian splat environment in Unreal Engine. And a couple of people in the comments were curious about my process. So I created this tutorial to show you how I did that. I'm going to use another environment, but a smaller one, shorter video, so everything should be faster and easier. Also, my English is a bit rusty, so I hope you don't mind. And this is my first tutorial, so I hope you like it. So there are a few software that we are going to need. They are all free. One is FF and PEG, and the next one is from Alice Vision. You can download both of these software, or you can download my zip folder with both of them and a little graphic interface to use it. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do with our 360 footage is to import it into Insta360 Studio. You see, I'm walking up the stairs zigzagging in order to have different point of view along the way. And what we need to do now is to export a 360 video as MP4, full resolution, and H.265 codec. So let's export this one. And we export this. So when we have this file and we open it with Media Player Classic, we have the full rectangular image. If we open it with VLC Media Player, we have like a 360 explorable video. But that doesn't matter, because what we're gonna do is just extract frames from this MP4 video, this 360 MP4 video. And now that you have your 360 video, you can start using FF and PEG or using my portable toolkit. Just need to download it. I will put a link in the description, and you can just download it and unzip it and start it with this Start GUI bat. And you will get this window, and just drag and drop this, and we want to extract frames. So how many frames we want to extract? If this was a longer video, one will be good. Since this is not a very long one, it's a short one, we can even try two, but I really want to make this tutorial fast and easy for everyone, so let's make just one frame in order to have it less frames, faster process. And if you want to try again with different settings, you can do it. So let's extract. It's going to create this folder with the same name and the number of frames per second. And you can watch the progress here. And when it's done, you get the message that everything is done. And you have just JPEGs. So now we want to split this JPEG. For this, we're gonna use a tool from Alice Vision. So you just drag and drop the folder you just created in here. You choose the number of splits, and you choose the resolution, and you can even choose the field of view, and we want a wider field of view. Let's make it 110. Number of splits, usually 8 is good, 4 is good too. We can try also something in between, so let's make it 6. And the resolution is 1200, which is good for an X3 camera. If you are coming from an X4 camera, you can make a higher resolution, since you can, coming from an 8K, you should be able to put a 1600 pixel square resolution, and it would work fine. So let's run it with this setting, just 6 splits, 1200 resolution, and 110 field of view. We'll create another folder, just in the same folder of the video, and it will give you the number of splits and the field of view. So what you are seeing now is just a representation of what the split would look like. So with one camera is just this, with two is like this, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 8, or 16. These are all possible ways to split the image. When it's done, you get this message, and when you click OK, it will proceed also to make all the frames in a single sequence, which we do want if we want to use reality capture for aligning these images. So now let's take briefly a look of what this kind of sequence would look like in a player. And it looks like this. It's basically, let's make it slower so we can see better. It's just like if the camera was spinning around crazy fast, and you get lots of pictures from every angle. And this is obviously all the way up to the very end. Now, if you want to put this stuff into postshot, you can do it. You don't need to go through reality capture, but it's gonna have to compute the camera poses, and this takes a long time in postshot. And you can do it way faster in reality capture, and also a little bit better. Your result may differ. Sometimes you get better results from one or another, but for the sake of speed, let's do it with reality capture.
So let's bring in reality capture, and we can take this whole folder and drag and drop. It's for 20 images, and we can start aligning the alignment image. Okay, and this is the result. 404 camera out of 420. And you see the zigzag pattern of me walking up the stairs. So if we want to import this stuff into postshot, and there are two ways, and the one that I always used is export registration, which is here in the alignment tab. We want it in the same folder that created these images. So in the same folder, this is the steps registration. Everything here is all right. And the next thing that we need to extract, that we need to save, to export, is the point cloud. So export point cloud from here. In the same folder, this is steps. Now, a very important thing to check is the export ASCII. It's supposed to be false. By default, you will find it true. You need to turn it to false in order to have a binary export. So let's export this point cloud. And it's done. So now what we have here is a folder with all the pictures and these two files, the point cloud and the register. So let's bring this stuff into postshot, this time for real. Let's see what happens when you import something from reality capture. So you see that now camera poses is set to import, so we already have camera tracking done. These images are 1200, so we don't need to downsample. And we can import. And once you import, you already see that the point cloud is imported and the cameras are imported. This is what the camera look like. So these are 6 cameras with still a good overlapping. And we have nothing else to do than start the training. We will set it at 30 kilo step. And let's start. Okay, so the training is over. And we can go around, we can fly around and see everything. So at this point, we can just save the file. Into here. And we can export the PLY. So now we have postshot file and PLY file. And now we can give a try to the other way to export from reality capture into postshot. So let's try the other way. Let's open again reality capture. And this time we want to export in a different way. So I think this option is just in the new version of reality capture. In the old one you don't have it. So we find the colmap text format, and we will save it here. So now we want to try the other way to import from reality capture. So from the colmap folder that we just created, we just import it, and we already see that it works in because camera poses are going to be imported. And yeah, let's see what is inside. And we have the same thing, the point cloud and the cameras. I really don't know which one gets the better result. I think it's more or less the same, so I'm not gonna run it again.
So now we can start with Unreal Engine. We will start with the first-person shooter since this is the template we are going to use, or we can start with a blank and then import other templates, but let's start with this one since this is what we're going to use. So let's give it a name and start project. Okay, so now that we have our first-person shooter template, we can import the Gaussian splatting into a folder. We can call it and call it splat or 3DGS, and we're gonna import the postshot file, not the PLY, since we are gonna use the postshot plugin. Make sure that is installed and activated. If it's not active, you will need to restart Unreal Engine. And this plugin will be installed when you install postshot, so you probably already have it. And we are gonna install the same scene that we worked together before, but this one, actually I did it before and it's slightly better. It's slightly better because I'll show you why. So in this case, I combine 2 takes of me walking through the stairs. So we have that zigzag pattern that we saw before, and then I added also the straight down in the middle walk, so that we have more picture from more points, more point of view. And also this was a 8 split, so each camera has more splits. And now we are going to import. So we're going to import this file in here, and let's see if the plugin works. Yeah. So what I usually do, I like to put everything in the center like this. And maybe we can, just to see better, give just a point cloud and not a splat. So what's gonna happen now? I would like to make sure that the scale is not far from a real scale, so just very, very roughly. I can use the capsule of the player, so this should be an average character, and probably everything is a little bit too small, and so I could scale the splat, but I would like to scale it from this point of view. Also, this bed size I haven't noticed. So what I usually do, I don't know if it's the right way, but it works, is just to put a null object or an actor or a pawn or anything in the spot that I would like to use as a scale gizmo, as a scale pivot point. And I would say that it's somewhere like here.
And so I will make the splat child of the actor, and now I can scale from this point of view. This is not working. Maybe I will use another thing that I always use in this case, and this there's my reference human. It's just a human body, 182 centimeters, so like a tall guy, not too tall, average tall, a little bit more than average, but anyway, let's import it, and I will use it for scale. Okay. So if this was the ground, and this is a door, I like to scale this roughly like this. Let's check. Okay, so let's make it a round number, 1.3. And I think it's more or less, it's good enough. So what should we do now? Well, we just need to we just need to use some of these blocks for collision, or we can take something else, create new cubes. But I think it's fine to just use one of these. And just use it as platforms. Oops. Just use them like this. It's all very, very quick and rough, but you get the point. So we are just really not modeling anything. We are just moving stuff around, and we are going to continue to use that, because even if we switch to modeling, we're not going to model anything, because there is already something created as a primitive that works for us. So let's just make more steps, and something like this. Maybe we want it this time. I don't really like snaps, but now we're gonna try to match all this with the stairs. We can be very rough with this stuff, because we're not gonna see any of these elements. They are just gonna be collision proxies. So as long as they kind of match the stairs, it's gonna be fine.
We can give it a try. We need just to turn all this static mesh to invisible. So I'm gonna look for SM. I'm gonna get basically all the static mesh. So I don't know what is this. So actor hidden in game for all this stuff. And this stuff too. So I think we will need a weapon. And we don't no longer need this one. And let's see. No, again, I need to. This is my splat. We need to turn it on again. So the last thing that we can add, just to make it a little bit more fun, is just another bit of collision on the buildings. So we can shoot at buildings and oops, and some. Well, we can remove the template text, and I think we can add a few. We can add just something to stop you from falling and something to shoot at. So let's create a box. And we select them all, and actor hidden in game. So hidden actor hidden game, and let's see how it looks. Wait, forgot again to turn this on. Yeah. Where is splits? Oh, yeah. Let's play. Alright, here we go. This is too visible. Yep. Okay, now I think we are ready. Everything is okay. Let's go around shooting balls. And watching the painting. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's it. That's how you do this. It's just a test. It was just for fun. And I guess one of the last thing that we could do, since we have this
these dynamic cubes is just to add a few of them. On the stairs. Yeah. We can just hide the thing. Okay. That's easier now. And let's play. Okay.